failed to host the CHAN.
Or even qualify.
Because, even qualify. Because we didn't have the stadium. But these guys, like we can see from the footage, they're already thinking ahead.
Yes, and Toskin, I think, what Jonas said here that, baffles me is that they are getting to play on better surface, get a taste of the facilities and the equipment that is out there. And then when you come back here, back to the country, you look at the pitches that we are using, the conditions that they are in. I mean, even you, John, when you look at that, you weep. For your country.
He was looking at Afra yesterday.
Yes. But again, what Qatar has done with the World Cup, I mean, the way they've prepared themselves, I mean, of course, there was the whole issue about how they got the bid for the 2022.
Controversies surrounding it.
Yeah, there was the whole issue of the integrity in that. But the way they're doing their preparations, I mean, it's something it's out of this world. As he said, the air-conditioned stadiums. I mean, Toskin, we are going to watch a World Cup in a hot surface, but the players and the fans will not be experiencing that heat.
That's interesting. And I just pray to God that he keeps me alive up to that time, because now you owe me a ticket during the 2022 World Cup. Because look at these tickets in Russia. If our director could just put them up there. The cheapest ticket, the opening ceremony, will be $550. That is an equivalent of 55,000 Kenyan shillings. Opening match, Russia versus Saudi Arabia. And then they have categories. There's category 1, 2, 3. And the 4th category is only meant for Russians. And look at that, Hassan. 55,000.
55,000 for the opening ceremony.
Locally, when we say Gor Mahia versus Simba 100 bob, we start crying. But Toskin, this is a World Cup. You're talking about $1,100 US for the final match. That is Brazil versus Germany. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Equivalent to 110,000.
Yeah, it's worth it. I think they've factored in a lot of factors. Maybe they're looking at the capacity, they're looking at the number of tickets that they're going to sell. And I think, give it to them. I think this is FIFA that do come up with the price tickets. And they're already sold out. It shows how people are hungry, for football. Yeah,
this is interesting. And that should make a very depressing reading for some of our fans who don't want to pay 100 shillings. But of course, you have category 3 if you can't afford category 1. But John, looking at all that, what can Kenya learn from what Qatar people are doing?
Honestly, there's a lot. There's a lot to learn from what Qatar is doing. And when we lost that bid to host CHAN, it was very, very depressing. And, when you look at this, Qatar is a small country and one of the fastest developing in the world. And because they have brought their system together, they do things according to what they should be done. If you look at now, they know that they are meant to host the World Cup. As we are talking, Supreme Committee is sending youth ambassadors and disabled people to Russia to be there throughout the tournament, so that they have to observe what is to expect.
Get the feel.
Yeah, get the feel. They also have so many people on board down there to see what's going on, so that when it comes to their time, they can learn from, if there's any mistake there, they can learn from that. The problem with us here is we always have very high expectations that we fail to meet because, and sorry to bring this here, sometimes it's about corruption. And, when people are talking of $10 billion to do the stadium and stuff like that, people here are thinking of, stealing that money. And it's not a good thing. And To be honest, there is a lot to learn, and thank God that we have so many experts in Kenya, from Kenya who are in Qatar, and we can see and we can observe, and get some. It's a learning curve for us.
Hopefully we'll have all those Kenyans living in Qatar coming back to help us also change our mentality. And my two colleagues, Ali Hassan and Robinson, have said that they have really prepared.
We have 4 years to go. Guys already said. You remember, Chan?
Yeah.
A month to go. You are still expecting?
To be honest, just to add on this, before Qatar was given this bid, there was no railway, there was nothing. And as we are talking, the railway is ongoing. They have new metro system. And Qatar will be the first host of the World Cup that you'll have people can watch 2 games in a day, because they have, Qatar is not very big.
Yes.
And they've made it possible that a match can end here. You can take a metro and go to another stadium and watch. This has never happened anywhere else.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and it's because of the infrastructure. They've opened the new airport, which is massive. They've opened new malls, new shopping, like everything is already on course 4 years before time.
It is serious business, and that's the kind of mentality that maybe we as Kenyans need to adopt. Remember also the Standard Group as a whole are also sending me to Russia to cover the FIFA World Cup, and we'll be sharing with you some of the things that are going on there. Make sure that you buy the Standard newspaper on a daily basis. Watch KTN, Radio Maisha too.
The way Kenya is looking at me, we want to go with you there.
Well, I'll say if he expects me to get him to Doha that time, inshallah, he'll be there, then he should have given me this invitation to go in there.
Hopefully, so we have less than 4 minutes to wrap up this discussion. But you guys, you saw those percentages, guys, giving Brazil 21%. You said 47% to win the World Cup.
But Toskin, you
stand by that?
You know what football is and what football can do. Brazil is the favorite. Look at the FIFA rankings. They're there with Germany, Spain, Argentina. But you remember last edition, what happened to Spain? What happened to England, Italy? But
even Brazil themselves.
Even Brazil, but they went all the way to the semi-finals. They were at home.
So,
but still,
wadau unawaambiaje wawekezaji?
Chukua hela zote ulizonazo. Ipe Brazil. Na ukipoteza mtafute Toskin.
Where are you putting your money?
Putting my money on Brazil as well. It's been my team.
What percentage? Winning chance?
I think for now, because we have very big giants, I think 21% is a bit too high according to the whole setup. But as a team, I know they're going to go to the finals. That's one I know. About winning, I have hopes in them. Yeah.
Your prediction? Who is winning this trophy?
I'm going to go with France. Yes. They have a squad capable of winning the World Cup. And yes, Brazil has the, you take a look at the options that Brazil has, the attacking options, the flair. Yes, they have everything. But I'm still going to go with France in the fact that from what we saw in the Euro, despite them losing in the final, and what I truly believe was pure luck for Portugal winning the Euro. But what we saw from Euro, I think France has the ability to win the World Cup. And we cannot rule out the defending champions, Germany. We can never rule out the defending champions. Jogi
Löw, the German coach, could become only the second person to retain that World Cup trophy. Remember, they are playing at a very good level. They were almost balanced with Saudi Arabia, but that's not the true Germany. And I've seen Mike Gitonga has just made his way into the studio. I'm sure he's got also his predictions. I don't know, Mike.
I'm with Robinson, Kenya, and France it is, and I'm sure the odds are also going to be good. If I put my money on France, I'm likely to make more money. I'm sure many are going to be going with Brazil, so France it is. And Robé, I think we'll call the party after, after World Cup is over. But now that you've mentioned that you're going to Russia, Toskin,
Yes.
Your name is even flying out of my head. But anyway, Toski, now that you've mentioned
It's a Russian
Russia, I
name,
hope
some people
you've
say.
acquainted yourself with Russian culture. I was listening this morning that apparently smiling is not something that is encouraged in Russia. Imagine, and
But it's always African,
apparently,
you know, to
if you
smile.
smile too much, you're thought to be suspicious. So I don't know. You'll have to work on your smiling skills. As
We've got to be, but we'll be there for football, and trust me, we'll bring you all that you need to know about Russia, about the game itself, about even the interviews with some of the African players. And remember, one thing that Kenyans don't know, we've got an interest there. In Sweden, the Swedish team, we've got Olson. His mother is from Kawangware. The mother is Kenyan. So we'll be bringing you some of those interviews, what he thinks of being a Swede and playing for Sweden.
All right, and at that point in time is where we'll have to wind up the show. It's now 12 minutes to 9, time for us